Hello everyone, this is the Remote Boy speaking, and today I have a new map series, a brand new map series about map making. I'll call it How It's Built, based on the Discovery show How It's Made, which is, I think, pretty damn awesome. Well, what I'm going to talk about, well, this first episode is about how to make maps, and only the maps, not redstone. No difficult setups or something. We first just start with maps in the format of Overcast Network, which are actually just regular maps without the redstone, and the redstone and stuff will all be implemented with an XML coding file, which you will only post to their forums, and then it will be, it will work. So we are just going to build a regular map, and I'll possibly release it at the end of the episode, so you can see what the result is. And so we go to a little bit of basic features. First start with, of course, making a platform, just one platform. The opposite team side will just be copied with MCEdit, which we will use later on in the video. I'm using World Edit, as you can see here. It's a pretty useful tool. You do need to have Craft Bucket for it, but I don't think that's really a problem because, well, downloading Craft Bucket and making a server with it is not that hard, especially when you're just playing all by yourself. You don't even need to have an IP. You can just do localhost as your IP, and then you're the only one to access it. So it's pretty easy. So let's first make the platform. So, since I just want to build a smaller map, I think it's better to have a small platform. So you can easily use the tool /fill for this. Then you can fill an area, just a plain area made of air, with blocks. So we're just gonna fill 13. 30 is the radius, I believe, from the center till the edge. And then we just use bedrock or something. Oh, that's right. I've not been practicing a lot, but well, there we go. We almost hit the edge, but we didn't. I think we can destroy this now. Okay, well, as you can see, we now got a beautiful plateau where we can easily build on and work on in our map. So I think I'll just stay with the map, with the circle, because I think it's a pretty nice form for a map. And later on you'll maybe decide if you are going to edit it, but that also depends on the game mode. And I'm thinking to just go and build a team deathmatch map, since that's the easiest one to build. You don't need to build a core, no need to build a monument, no wall rooms, just a map and two teams fighting each other to the death. Fun. So first up, I think it's a pretty cool idea to have something like, I don't know if you know it, on the Overcast Network, it's called Desert Cataract. It's a map with pretty nice aesthetics because it has mixed clay types with sand and sandstone, and I think it looks pretty cool. So I believe they used orange stained clay with some sand, no red sand. So let's just build it here. So as you can see, it may not look good at first example, but if you look at the map, which will hopefully pop up in my screen now, then it looks pretty cool, because it gives a real extra dimension to their map, a nice detail. And it may not really look like how a real life desert, as an example, would look like, but I think it's a pretty good example of, well, of course, using some different tools and details to make a nice map. So we are going to use this, but of course on a bigger scale, because the map is slightly bigger. So what we want to use then, make then, is, well, use the fill command again. And it will be a bit harder to explain, but I'll just go over the making, I'll just explain it while I'm building it. But I'll just first build a wall around this, and then I'll be right back when it's done. Welcome back everyone. The walls are done, as you can see, and now we need to use another block, also a tool, and it needs to be another block different from the stone. So let's use dirt in this case. Fill dirt 15. There we go, all filled up. Then you want to grab an item, nothing special, an apple, because it's an apple. And we want to use the command //br, which abbreviation of brush, then cylinder, abbreviation sil, and then you're going to type 30% sand. So first you're going to type 30%, then you're gonna use a block, and then the whole area you are going to brush is 100%, and 30% of that will be filled with sand, but it will be randomly, so it will look like it's naturally generated in some way. So then we use 30% sandstone to make it other, and some stained clay. 40%, and I believe stained clay is 159, and we'll just use 1. I believe that's orange. That may be nice, and then you can alter the size of the brush, which will be 3 probably. And then we have a 3x1 brush, and then you're going to mask the dirt. Now when you are when you don't have the dirt masked, then it will be, I'll just show it, it's easier. Look, then you can put it everywhere, and then it can just, mess up the whole bit. I mean, you can still paint the dirt, but if you accidentally do this, then it will also stick out the edges, and we don't want that. That's also why I use stone as why I use dirt here instead of stone, because otherwise it would also affect the walls, and that will make it pretty ugly. So let's just first fix up these walls. There we go. And well, now you know what you have to do is mask dirt, and then you can just mask it everything, and nothing will stick out of the sides. So you're going to use this. I think it's better to use maybe size 5. Will speed up the process a bit. Now you can easily paint the entire thing in no time, actually. And wait for it, and there we go. That's a very nice layer, I think. And well, you just want to repeat the process now. Fill dirt 15, and just make it nice, make it look good. And well, you can repeat the process another time, and then we can remove the stone walls. So let's just finish that while the recorder is on. And now you already have 2 random layers of stained clay and sand and sandstone, and I think it looks pretty damn cool. So we'll just use another layer. Now it's completely filled up. There we go. Just make the edges look nice, and don't forget to remove all the dirt, because otherwise it will be a bit weird when you find dirt suddenly dwelling to it. And look, it's completely random. Honestly, I can see no pattern in it. What you now want to do is replace near, which will replace near of some blocks. Then you want to type size, the radius, like 50. I mean, it's there are not much stone blocks in this world, so why not replace it with 15? And then you are going to replace it with dirt. Now, this of course affects the edges. Now you can easily paint them as well. Very nice. And there we go. Why I first made them of stone, the edges, and later on from a different kind, because well, then it's even more random and it's not few blocks next to each other. Now of course it's completely random, so it's you can maybe skip that step if you want to, but if you want a different edge from the pattern in the ground, then you can easily alter it with this thing. So now you have a pretty cool styled map, I already think. So what you now want to do, this is just a suggestion that you don't have to do this, but you can replace these bedrock blocks, the side blocks, with a block. Yes, it has to be a solid block though, but it can maybe look a bit nicer, as you can see. And I mean, it's only the edge, it's only for detail, so you can just, you know, break the block and then you will still see the bedrock, but in like the presentation of the map will make it look better. So I'll not do that now because that will cost too much time. And well, we will be moving on to the next thing, I think. First we'll just create some little hills. We'll just use 3 for that instead, and disable the mask again. I don't know really how to place it up. I think you need to use 2. Now it's too high. See, and you can just make a little hill. You can alter the circles later on to make it look less world edit. No, that's not good. There. Well, looks like a basic hill to me. Some here. And done. Well, 2 easy hills and a beautiful pattern. So, well, I think we can erase this one, and now we will head on to the next thing. And the next thing is making a spawn room, which is pretty important because that's where all your allies will spawn, and that's, well, not allies, where the teams will spawn, and that's pretty important because well, it's of course spawn room, that doesn't need explanation. So we will probably want to build it in the middle, which is this line, and also this line. Oh, there. So, well, now we found the middle. We just need to think of a house. I already took some blocks, which will maybe help. So I'm just going to build a pit for this one, which will just be a regular sized pit from in where they will spawn, with ladders at the side, so they can, well, crawl out. But it will give some delay to the rushers. Okay, though with team deathmatch there's no really need to rush because you will only get killed. So this is, I think, a good idea start for a pit. Then we're just gonna remove it. I don't think we need to dig deeper because then we will hit bedrock, and we don't want that because that's freaking ugly, as you can see. So this is where they will spawn. Then you just use some easy ladders at the sides so they can get out of here. And I think we may need to just build a kind of how do you call it? I think arms, I'll just call it, around them, so it's like a real pit, like a real, yeah, I really don't know how to call it, but I think you'll get the idea once I'm done. Oh, I don't know how that get there. No, I don't got an idea. I think this is gonna really look pretty good. Just need some basic editing because it's now too plain. So I'll just copy it and edit it a bit, and then we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everyone. As you can see, I edited a bit, used some slabs, some different levels, and well, some fences on the inside, and I think it looks pretty good. And now you have a good spawn where people just can easily just bounce in. Can maybe just alter it with this or with the team color. Also pretty fun. Because that is also the next thing what I'm talking about. Because sometimes people just want to have their own, they don't really know what side they're on. I don't know, it's really disorientation, maybe because you have much lag and because you can only have a render distance of 2 to play on the servers, and we of course need to be supportive to those. So you need to have like a symbol of your side. Usually these are just small buildings. That's weird. Above your spawn. It can be a very weird building like this random 4, or it can be a weird symbol, which still looks pretty awesome. And then you have implemented where your team spawns. And now you maybe want to use some little detailing like houses, paths, and maybe ruins or something. Basically just well, decorations for the map, because it may look pretty cool now already, but it's a bit plain, it's a bit quiet. You need to have more stuff in it. So I'll just be making some stuff, and then I'll be showing what the usage is, what's the use of it is, but what the function of it is, and why I think it should be there. So I'll be right back. Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, it turned out pretty nice. I did some detailing on this to make it look less world edit like, because that's usually pretty ugly. I added a kind of wild western town. I added 2 tikis, I believe they're called, you know, Indian I don't know, Indian houses, and also a kind of miner's house with a broken wheel and some old fences, you know, like it has been died over the years, and also some cactuses spread over this landscape, and some dead bush, all to make it look more beautiful. And well, these are all the items that are used. So now we just have to make a little bridge to the other side, or something which would make it a bit more natural as a, you know, walking to the enemy side. It is just a void cap, then it's not beautiful, it's not useful, it's not nice. So we'll just get started on a bridge or something, and that will maybe lead to a middle island or the other camp. So we will get started on that right now. First I need to clear my inventory. There we go. So well, we now have to decide where it will go, the bridge. I think it's best to just do it in that direction. Of course there's a mountain in its way, but I think because this is the, you know, this is not already a used road, I think it's just best to use a bridge there to also fix it up, make it less plain, and well, just use it in a good way. So well, we are going to build a bridge. I think that's the best option. We could also build a road, but that's usually not as fun to build over the gap, because then you need to build a entire island under it. So we'll just build a bridge. Oh wait, what's this? It looks like it's not in the center. Okay, we're back. I fixed the problem. It was not so well done, I must say. So, well, let's move on. The center was this block, and now we just have to craft a nice bridge. Well, what are good examples of bridges? I think you can just use a regular bridge made of oak wood. I think that fits the best with a desert theme. So for that we need stairs, slabs, fences. I think that's pretty much about it. Maybe some normal blocks. I think it's best we just base in a new mid-island. That's so you won't be able to rush into each other's spawn at first coming, because that's pretty annoying, since some may be better than other, and we don't want them to instantly lose the people who are a bit less good. That would also be a bit unfair, I must say. So I think we here have our perfect example of a simple bridge. Then you can just break it, and now you got yourself an old bridge. Maybe some fence destroyed, and I think it already looks pretty good. You can also just use oak slabs to lower it a bit. Now then you can create depth in your bridge. Like the bridge is hanging down a bit, like it's a bit rusty, but it's not really dead yet. And here then the bridge has already fallen to its death because it broke. And then you can easily create a pretty good bridge. Much usual. Very go. Okay, so well, I think we now have to build a middle island. I think it's best to have a rectangle island, because well, it might probably look better, since then you have a larger battlefront. That's what we want. So just have to count it first. 1, oh wait, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we just go to the same level as that is. And I hope this works. Fill bedrock 10. Oh, I was at the right. I was only not at the right height. Let's see. This can be fixed. Oh, there we go. Exactly at the right height. That's very good. Exactly what I wanted. And then we just paste another one here. If I'm correct, that should be working out properly. And one over here. Yes. And now you can use 4. Let's see if it's equal now. Yep. There we go. I think it looks already pretty good. So just make it a bit more normal, as if it's naturally generated by Minecraft itself. And I think that's already it. now we have a pretty good natural mid-island, natural form I meant, and well, I think we should just use the same thing we did there. Then I'll just do it a bit fast and I'll just fill the entire island. So I'll be right back. And welcome back. As you can see, it has been completed. I added an extra item because I figured the battlefront would be too small and people could just rush into each other's camps. So I maybe gonna set like a border that you can't pass these lines or something, which is probably a good idea. So enemies can just walk into your spawn, which is a lot better. And then again, I add here voids here. I mean, it's pretty easy to jump over it, not with just walking, but you can just sprint really easy. And I just did it because it's still a challenge, because you don't want to be next to the void when you're getting hit. You might fall into it, so it gives it an extra thing, you know, and I think that's pretty damn worth it. So well, you may notice that they are not symmetrical in the middle, and I don't think that really is necessary. The buildings, the structures, the obstacles need to be symmetric, but the aesthetics don't have to be, because of course obstacles they can be used in your advantage and the disadvantage of your team, and when you misplaced it or something, that's bad, because then one team can use it to gain power and strength, and then a team might lose, which we don't want, because then it will also be rated as a bad map, and it isn't a bad map. Oh, I did something wrong again. Don't mind this. Just adding some stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay. Well, we are going to build a little cottage here. Maybe a well or something. Just a new decoration, which also can be used as a sniping tower or something. A defense point. And that's pretty useful. So we'll just need some oak wood probably. Maybe birch, I don't know what fits best with sandstone. Fences. Stairs. Maybe birch chairs, it depends. And slabs, I guess. Sandstone and normal wood. So, well, we're just gonna build a little house, 3 high. Let's see how birch looks. I think it looks better. There we go. I think it's a bit of a large building. We don't want that. So there. I think that's are the pretty good basics for such a building. First, just make a little well here. I usually do something like this. Oh. And then you have to fill it up with water, of course, because it's a well. But it also don't need to, because it's a desert and there's not really something in a well, of course. I usually do something like this. Then I make a well-like statue around it with some stairs on top. Oh, and a slab in the middle. I think it's best to use a wooden slab, and that's a pretty easy well. I think it's better to use something like sandstone. It's better fits the team better, and it also looks cool. So now we got a well. I think we just need them all, and let's just build a small house here. We can use some birch in between. It's pretty nice. And we just use some birch woods to get on top of the building with fences here going ground. Oh, of course this needs to be sandstone. Oh, we can reset. And some more fences over here. And now it's already starting to look like a little defense. Or at least it's defendable now. Then sandstone slabs will probably look best. Pretty basic right now. I probably will do something like this to make it a bit nicer. Yes, this can work. Oh, that's a pretty damn large staircase all of a sudden. That's better. Much better. Okay, well, now we have this house here. I think no, this still works. We'll just put the entrance right here. Doesn't it look better? I mean, oh, this looks pretty good. I'll just replace these with words because it's. I think they're more used as you know. They keep the building in the form it is as it is. This already looks a bit better than what I just had. It looks pretty good already. So we first close the walls. Now it looks a bit plain, but already a lot better. Then we want to use some decorations and probably some windows, because it's also pretty dark in here. We don't want such darkness. I don't know if this really gives any more light, but it does. And I'll display some pencils here. It looks already pretty good. And sometimes you usually have just a hole. I mean, these aren't really the richest, the most rich houses you can afford, of course. You can get. I mean, afford is nothing. It looks pretty good. Some interior decorating, crafting table, the usual. Cauldron, I think it's pretty normal in every house, even in the old days. Grain and maybe some chests. Chests are always everywhere, and a furnace. Looks pretty good. Just put a bed into it with a bookshelf. Yes, back in the old days people could also read. There we go. Looks like a pretty good house. Oh wait, I'm forgetting something. Everyone always has a ladder on the inside. It's probably also better and only something from the outside. So I think this is the cottage with the well, and here a mountain. And now I just have to copy the whole thing. I'll just first drop my apple so I have it saved. And //want is the command for getting a wooden axe, which can be used as you can see, left click, select pulse position 1, right click, select pulse 2. It can be used as a position set tool. I think that's the best explanation. So you can use it to copy and eventually paste an area. So just use it. You grab a block. So we want to copy this entire mountain, including this cottage. And so we just have to left click it first position, and we can destroy the block because it's not part of the copy. And then we have to look closely. The well is the last moment, the last block, and the fences are the highest, so we then use the right click to get the second position. Now you think, of course, you can just copy it. No, but the position actually matters. So we'll just copy it from the center. That will make it a lot easier. It doesn't matter what direction you're looking, how high or low. Doesn't really matter. So now we just copy it. Now you have this entire these buildings and structures you have copied, and now when you paste them, they're still in the exact same place. So you first have to rotate them 180 degrees. That means they will be sent over to this side, and if we're still in the same spot, we can easily paste it, and it's copied, and then you have an exact same copy. Well, now I'm also going to copy this side, and I said at the beginning that I was going to copy it with MCEdit, but I figured that it's a lot easier to do this because I thought that it would be a very large structure, but I don't think it will be a very large structure. So next to the wand, you can also use the command / position 1 and / position 2. If you know the specific coordinates, I mean, with a wooden X, you know where you have the position set, and now it's more like a random block. But I don't think it really matters because it's in the void. It can't hurt any other blocks, even if you take a too large region like I'm doing right now. So make sure you're above the red wall. Then we do / +2, second position set. Then we go again to the center of the map, which is located over there, on this exact block. Then we copy it, rotate it 180 degrees, and paste it in all its glory. It might take some time because it's a pretty large structure. As you can see, the saloon and the building are here on the left side, and they are there also on the left side, which is pretty good. So now we just have to edit some minor things like editing what team is where. So we just need to replace the red wall with the blue wall, but I don't need to actually, because this is 3514 and this is 3511. So if you just use replace near 15 radius, and then 35:14 with 11, then I have changed it. I don't know if yeah, there were 37 blocks. Let's see if nothing on this side has changed and it needs to render. Nope, that's still fine. That's still pretty good. So let's see. And yes, the dot over there is also in its order. So as you can see, we created a very simple map over here with some basic structures, some easy variety making of the terrain, and I don't think it looks ugly. We just use some simple structures and themes from the themes of the map which related to, which is in this case desert, maybe a bit of 1800s, 1900s, Wild Western, those stuff, and I just I think it became a great map. I think it will probably be a pretty good map, I think. Well, anyway, this was it. I will post a copy of the empty map. So the map which I started, I will paste that as a world download in the description, including the world edit plugin list, the craft bucket plugin list, including a few useful No, wait. I don't think I need you to send the craft bucket tutorial. I think it's pretty easy to find them out because so many guys posting videos about those, which is pretty great because I also had to make this craft bucket world for world edit. And well, I'll post this, and maybe in the next episode of how it's built, I'll of course go into little map techniques, and yes, that's pretty much it. And I will probably post in the next episode how the map release went, but you can also follow me on oc.tc to see how it's going on the forums. And I still recommend you to go to the Overcast Network because it's a lot of fun playing on the servers. Most of the guys are friendly and you can get banned very easy. So I think that's enough reasons to go to there. Well, this was Motorboy speaking, and I'll talk to you. Oh, before we close this episode down, I forgot something again. At OCN, it's usual to have a lobby, a place where the players spawn, and usually also get an overview of the map. There you can select your team, look around, get the map info, tutorial. So a lobby is just actually a platform in the skies, usually in the skies. Wait, I don't have to do this anymore. I have set block. So usually do it a bit off the map, but you can still like jump onto the map. Since this is a map where no blocks can be placed or broken because it's team deathmatch, it will most likely not be so very high because they can build to it, and that the build height limit also depends on the lobby most times. So just oh no, that's a normal command. Set block sandstone. There we go. Then we'll make a nice platform of it from it. Oh, let's make sure it's symmetrical. So I think I'll just make a little round, since the map is also a bit round. Oh, there we go. Little round. Then I'll just make some. I'll use some bird slabs at the bottom to give in some more detail. And I'll use some stained birch wood for these other blocks. With birch wood I of course meant birch wood planks. That's already a pretty nice platform. Then I'll just include some orange stained clay and sand to give the dimension it had from the terrain in the game. Shame I dropped my apple. Could be very useful right now. No need to be too symmetrical, I think. Okay. Well, now we got a little platform over here. So, well, now you just have to make a little statue, usually with the map title on it. Signs on fences. No, wait, fences are freaking ugly. I'll just use a something desert-ish. I don't think that's a cactus. Let's see. I don't actually not a clue, but I'll just use a cactus. I don't know if you can place fences on those, but I'm hoping you can. I tried. So I'll just use some stained clay. I already got stained clay. And you can leave this blank because you can actually edit it with MCEdit to make it color coded, which is also pretty nice. So I will just show that extra, and then you can also use your own head Also a pretty nice detail, I think. Well, apparently it's not available in Craft Bucket, so you just have to export the world to normal Minecraft. But this also had to be done to edit the sign with color codes from MCEdit, so it's actually determined to have it transported to your normal save file. So it's not really a problem, so it's just a very easy command, as you can see here. /give the player name, usually your player name, because you can type @p in your own world. Then skull, you want 1 block, damage ID is 3, I believe that's from the, I don't know, I think that's, I don't just know it's right. Then you want to use a bracket, skull owner, colon, then I don't think these are useful or necessary. Nope, as you can see it's still weird. And also, as you can see, before it turns into my head, it's a skeleton head, because it's the original skull. And you can just easily put them over there. It's a bit creepy though, so I'll just place a dead bush on top. And there we go. That's very easy. So I'll just hop into MCEdit and I'll show you the rest. Okay, welcome MCEdit. I don't have it at full screen because I don't know how to. But anyway, this is MCEdit, as you may notice, and you start where your player is and looking at. So I'll just start it here. Then you can just double click at the sign. Then you can edit it. I usually do something like some of these, just to make it decorative. Then you have to press enter, select a new one. Then you can use a color code. Since it's a bit of a desert map, I'll use orange color if I can find it. I believe it was number 6. Then we use the heat, and we press enter, select a new one. Okay, sometimes it may not render at first, so you just have to try it a few times, unless that's how it works with me. Don't like it, but well, you just don't have to give up. Now do you? Color code 6. Oh, the heat. Okay, now it's starting to get annoying. One time I had to do it like 10 times. Oh, that was no fun in the bun. I'll just first try this one out. Oh, come on. There you go, finally. If it's not working with you, make sure that you didn't place the sign in MCEdit, because then it will definitely not work. You have to place the sign in regular Minecraft, and then you can edit it in World Edit. Now we just have to do some of these. Enter, select new one, done. There, oh. Enter, select heat, done. There we go, it's finally done. So we'll hop back into Minecraft to see what the result is. And there you go, the heat. It looks pretty cool, I must say. Now you just have to paste the altar, also done bit sign. And you can just use something like that. And then we have to go back in MCEdit. Now let's just hope that it will work a bit faster. I'll usually do my name with red, do robot boy, and then paste altar above it, and some of these down. Lots of clicks, lots of enters, and it works. Well, don't forget to save, of course. And back into Minecraft for the final result. And there we go, it's finally done. The heat, altar, the moon boy, and my heads inside. Just an easy lobby. It doesn't need to be hard to make. But I think that's about it. This was the map I made, the Heat, and I hope you learned something from it, and it maybe can inspire you to make your own maps and maybe use the terrain. And that was it. This was Remote Boy speaking. Hope you enjoy your map making experience, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.